Okay, write down the expansion of 1 plus x to the power 6 in ascending powers of x up to and including the term in x cubed. Now, we only have to go up to x cubed, okay, which makes it a little bit easier for us. But because it is power 6, okay, we need Pascal's triangle. So we're going to need 7 rows of Pascal's triangle. That's the first row. That's the second row. Third row then. The fourth row there. So we keep going until we get 6 as our second number. So 5 there, that adds up to 10, that adds up to 10, that adds up to 5, and that adds up to 1. And then the second number then becoming 6, so that's the row we need, yeah, where the second number, it's always the second number is the power. So then 15 there, 20 here, 15 there, 6 there, and 1 squeezed in at the end. So we won't necessarily need all of this, as I said, because we only need to go up to x cubed, right? So actually, we'll only need, okay, the first 4 coefficients you'll find, right? So if we just go for the general formula then, a plus b to the power 6, all right? I'll do a to the power 6, okay? Plus then, well, the second coefficient there is 6, so it'll be 6. Reduce the a's, so a to the power 5, and then b to the 0 here, b to the 1 here. Plus then 15, a to the power 4, yeah, b squared. Plus then 20, reduce the a's, a cubed, b cubed. Now I know I can stop there, I don't need to go any further, right? I only need those first 4 terms because they say up to x cubed. And I know that will give me x cubed, because when I replace a and b with the terms, okay, I'm well aware that b becomes x, yeah? B becomes x, and because I've got b cubed there, that's going to be x cubed, so I know that's going to work there. So when I substitute in, well, a becomes 1. Now what's good about that is I can just write 1, okay? I don't need to write 1 to the power 6, because I know 1 to the power 6 is just 1, isn't it? Any 1 to the power of any big number there, any number, is 1 times 1 times 1 and so on, still gives me 1. Here then, 6 times, again, 1, right? I don't need to put 5, times then x, plus then 15 times 1, times x squared, plus then 20 times 1, x cubed, okay? I put plus dot 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 because there are more terms. That equals then 1 plus 6x, plus 15x squared, plus 20x cubed, okay? We've got part A answered. Part B then, it says showing all your work in, substitute an appropriate value of x in your expansion in part A to find an approximate value for 1.1 to the power of 6. Now, if you think about it, right, 1.1, is there a way of setting x, a value for x here, so that this becomes 1.1? And if you think about it, it's not that difficult, isn't it? If we want 1.1 there, all I need to do is set x to be 0.1, because when I add them, that becomes 1.1, doesn't it? But in the bracket, of course, it's equal to power 6. Okay, so that's how I'm going to get 1.1 to the power 6. Now, in the question as well, it does say approximate value, and we must remember, right, that using this expansion here, all right, it is only the first 4 terms we've looked at there, okay? There are more terms, so that's why this is only going to be an approximate value, okay? It's not going to give us an exact value because we're only looking at the first 4 terms. So sometimes it's good to put like a squiggly equals there to show us approximately equal. But essentially what I'm doing is I'm setting x to be 0.1. I hope you can see that. By setting x to be 0.1, I'll have 1 plus 0.1, which of course is 1.1. All right, but if I set x to be 0.1, I can put x to be 0.1 in here as well, yeah? So it'll be 1 plus 6 times 0.1 plus 15 times 0.1 squared plus 20 times 0.1 cubed, okay? So then on the next line then, I can start to work these out, and you appreciate then that actually can be written as 1.1 then, to the power 6, okay? I can put an equal sign then, right? I don't have to keep writing these squiggly equals, I can just put equals there. 6 times 0.1 is 0.6. Now, let's be careful with this here, 0.1 squared, let's work that out. Think about it, 0.1 squared is just 0.1 times 0.1, okay? Which would become then 0.01, yeah? When you multiply decimals. And then the same there, 0.1 cubed is times it by 0.1 again, which will be 0.001. Okay, so then if we put that together, 1 plus 0.6 plus 0.15 plus then 0.02. Okay, so in this case then of just adding them up. All right, so you get 1.77. Okay, and if you check on your calculator, that is a pretty good estimate for 1.1 to the power 6.